after I wrap production on the videos, this little story drop that we're going to go into first. As reported by the Hollywood Reporter initially, they announced that J.J. Abrams and his company Bad Robot will be working with Warner Brothers and DC Films to set up a brand new Superman film. Now, while this portion of it is not confirmed, it is highly rumored to be focused on an African American Superman. Abrams will not direct as of now. He will just be producing through Bad Robot, and the film has also brought on a screenplay writer by the name of Ta-Nehisi Coates. I hope I pronounced that right. Who is an essayist and a novelist. He's also been a comic writer before, having written lines for Captain America and Black Panther. However, he has never written a screenplay, so this will be his first foray into the world of film, although he is an accomplished writer in many other fields. As of now, there is no discussion of a lead being in the running, and obviously a lot of people have asked about the future of Henry Cavill based off this film. Obviously, again, it's not confirmed that this will be a Black Superman film, but there...
Oh, damn it, I don't have that soundbite.
But there is
Black Superman.
If it's highly rumored, then that would quite obviously mean, if you take a look at Henry Cavill, that he will not be playing Black Superman. Not unless the same producers of Breakfast at Tiffany's are working on this.
That would be a bold, drastic change in direction for DC. I mean, God.
Would it be worse than the mustache?
Oh, I don't even want to go down that road.
There's a man with a good mustache, Carl Urban.
So
he can rock a mustache.
Let's throw it to our guest here tonight. Malcolm, what are your thoughts on this new film being announced? Let's throw you right in the heat of all this.
I mean, this is one that when I saw it, I was like, okay, I'm all for this. I do like the character Superman. And I know that in the comics there is a Black Superman that exists, so maybe they're going to focus on that character.
Mm-hmm.
The thing that worries me is the fact that the person that got on writing it has never written a screenplay before. I mean, we've seen how that worked for Fantastic Beasts, so I mean, you can do what you want, say what you want about that, but this could be interesting. I would be surprised if it does turn out JJ is going to end up directing it, because it kind of would make sense at this point. But
I'm very protective of JJ. Be careful.
Hey, I mean, I like JJ as a director. So I mean,
me and Alan are just ready to pounce. Like, we love JJ.
JJ is a great director as long as he's not writing the screenplay. Now, I'll go to Matt next. This is a concept that's been around for a while. You know, the rumor of JJ directing a Superman film has been around for maybe a year now, and the concept.
And there's that exclusive contract.
Yes, he does have a contract now, and the concept of a Black Superman film was actually first talked about, I believe, back in 2018 or 2019, a couple of years ago, when it was rumored that Warner, off the heels of kind of Justice League's failure, had approached Michael B. Jordan about rebooting the character as a Black Superman, as a producer and as a star. So I'll go to you, Matt. What are your thoughts on this story?
So, first off, I am a little worried about the writer, considering the fact that they have never written a screenplay before, and as far as I've heard, I've never read their comics, because, you know, they've written a few comics. Not the greatest, as far as what I've heard. Not like one of the better writers out there. I've found mixed things about the writer. So that does worry me a little bit. Yeah. I'm just really hoping that this is going to still have Henry Cavill in it, because he deserves another movie. I love him as Superman. And I know they say reboot, but Patty Jenkins did call Wonder Woman 84 kind of a reboot, like a soft reboot, so they can maybe go that route with a Man of Steel 2, if that's going to be the plan.
If Wonder Woman 84 is a reboot of Wonder Woman, they need to do that other thing where they erase the sequels and go back
do a Days of Future Past movie. Yeah. Just to be like, you know what, this doesn't exist, kind of like X-Men 3 doesn't exist. But,
they can have Chris Pine age up, and he can be played by Will Shatner. Just have Will Shatner play old Steve Trevor. It'd be beautiful. Beautiful, Alan.
See how those
beautiful
work.
Maybe.
Nikki, let's go to you, man. Why do you hate this?
Me? I'm surprised you think I have any opinions on DC stuff. Good week for Soups though. Soups had a big week this week. I mean, anytime there's Superman news, I like it because the world needs Superman. I mean, Ben Affleck says that line in both versions of Justice League, I believe. So with the thing with this is that the idea of Black Superman, they were doing a comic years ago where they had these Elseworlds DC heroes, and one of them was Black Superman, and it was modeled very much after Barack Obama. Like this was a very Obama-looking Superman. But I was always worried about it was that if you had this version of Superman, that you wouldn't be able to have the classic version of Superman. But at this point with DC's been a lot more lenient with their characters than they used to be. I remember back in the Smallville days, like Smallville wanted to add Bruce Wayne, they wanted to add Batman, and they said, no, you can't do that. We can only have one Batman. But now they're being a lot more lenient where you have these like 3 different versions of Jokers across different shows. You have different Batman. Bruce Wayne's on like 4 different TV series and movies out right now, if you count them up. And Supergirl's going to the movies, The Flash is going to the movies. They know that their audience is smart enough to have different versions of characters, and if you make different versions of characters, different audience will go see it. Look at a movie like Black Panther. That made people come out in droves to see a superhero that looked like them. So I think this is a great idea to do. I don't think this affects Henry Cavill at all. I think we're still going to get a Man of Steel 2 because once the Snyder Cut comes out, I think there's going to be clamoring for that. But I like J.J. Abrams producing it. I don't think he's ever produced a movie that I didn't like besides maybe some of the Cloverfield movies. But I don't even know how much he was in that. I love his Star Trek movies. I love his Star Wars movies. I give him a chance. Mission Impossible, he revitalized that franchise too. JJ's good at doing like the big franchise things. He's good at setting up an aesthetic.
Yeah, so let me go ahead and toss up.
I haven't talked that much forever.
Nikki referenced and Malcolm referenced him, so I'll pull it up. So this is the Superman they are talking about. Calvin Ellis, also known as Kal-El, I believe is the Kryptonian name. And as you can see, it is very clearly inspired by Obama.
Huh. So he's not... That just made me think. Do you think there's a possibility that this just takes place in the DCEU, or do you think it's its own thing?
Well, so that was one of the things I was gonna I meant to mention when I first brought the story.
Because I thought it was just a replacement for Kal-El.
No, so one of the things I meant to mention when I first brought it up, and let me get back to the article, is the exact wording in a quote. I apologize.
That's amazing.
For the delay. Here, so the quote that the writer Coates gave was, "To be invited into the DC Extended Universe by Warner Bros. DC Films and Bad Robot is an honor. I look forward to meaningfully adding to the legacy of America's most iconic mythic hero." Now, that could just be incidental wording. Maybe he didn't know how to word it, and he used the term DCEU because that's what we all know. Maybe it is.
But if that's it, it's perfect.
Universe.
Yeah. Well, it doesn't sound like he's replacing Cavill. Like, this sounds very much open-ended, like we're going to do this, and we're going to have other Superman. You, the people who are traditionalists with Superman, you're going to have your Superman. People who want the Black Superman will get the Black Superman, and we can all be happy having them play together, I hope.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's one of those ones that, when it comes to DC, I have no idea what they do with that, because I think...
Everything.
Well, that's right. It started off with it being everything is connected in DCEU, but then from Shazam and that, it's kind of all over the place, in which they're kind of separate, their own separate stories. I have no idea where this echo's coming from, but with that being, it's just one of those ones that I don't know if this will be connected. But what is Barack Obama doing these days? Maybe they should cast him. So.
Oh my God! Can you imagine? $4 billion opening weekend. Yeah. The movie theater industry is saved from coronavirus. That's like the first big release is Barack Obama's Superman.
It'd be like another inauguration event.
Just cast Michelle as Lois Lane
to the premiere.
Yeah. Get that lady that said that poet that was at the inauguration. Get her to play Supergirl.
There you go.
It'd be beautiful.
Right.
Huh.
So, Alan, when you're done talking to your T-Rex there, what are your thoughts on this, man? Still muted.
He's muted. Oh my.
No, he's not muted, but he's still somehow muted.
Yeah, let me try to.
Oh no.
He might have accidentally muted his mic, maybe on his end.
He says that he loves the Rise of Skywalker, and that
I'm not the only one who's messing with this then.
No, not yet, Alan. We got nothing. I'll let you know when we hear you. I'm so sorry. This is riveting. I really think this is exciting.
This wasn't.
Though.
We weren't prepared.
No,
this just happened live.
No, this just happened.
We do this live. So
it is live.
Yeah,
Alan, why don't you jump out and then jump back in? We'll try that. See if that works.
I'm gonna jump back out.
Oh, we hear you.
No,
we have you, Alan. No.
Oh, that was perfect. So,
God.
Just till he gets back. This is one of those things where it's like, yeah, I agree with Malcolm. I don't know why Warner's going after someone who hasn't written a script before, because, again, we all saw how well that worked with Fantastic Beasts. It's not the best move to make.
And Fantastic Four.
Well, they didn't make... No, those people had written scripts before.
Oh, no, okay. Yeah, I was just... sorry.
I mean, on that note, we don't know if Warner Bros. Is going to pair him up with someone who has written a script before to keep him in line. Because they're doing that with Steve Kloves and with the Fantastic Beasts 3.
We lost Beer now, too. But we got Alan back.
Am I here?
You actually came back in right before you left.
All right. Sorry, Malcolm. I didn't mean to jump in the middle of that. But let me say,
Malcolm didn't jump in the middle. Are you kidding me, guys?
I was trying to put that in earlier. I was going to say, can we put Malcolm in the middle, please?
We're going to be able to get Bryan Cranston on the show after that.
We got to do it.
Thank you, Alan.
Yes, you're welcome. So on the subject of this,
because I'm in a different room.
Yes, this new Superman. Fine. If it's, I don't care either way. I just don't want another reboot. I don't want another origin story. It's just like Batman's. It's just like Spider-Man's. We've had enough origin stories of Superman.
It sounds like it's a different character.
If he's a different character, even better. That's cool. But if it's, what would happen if Superman, quote unquote, was raised in another environment, not in Kansas? Well, we saw him when he turned bad in Brightburn. We saw him when he was Russian in the,
in Red Sun.
In that Red Sun. So I as long as that'd be better if they made another character that's Superman-esque, perhaps.
So what Alan's saying is he wants to see what would happen if Kal-El was raised in Spike Lee's Chirac movie.
That would be awesome.
Because what would Mom and Pa Kent do if they found a black baby out in the field? That's a good question. I hope that those people are pure and they would take him in anyway.
They would raise the baby exactly like they raised Kal-El.
I really hope so. Of course they would. But it's Kansas.
Come on, man. So you got to stop that.
I really hope so.
Save that for the other show that me and Matt are doing.
Okay, no, I won't, because it does raise a question. It's about the black perspective, though. Nikki, like that's what a lot of these black stories are, is that you see, like, one thing that I really love this season about Batwoman is that it's a different Batwoman. They have a black Batwoman now, but you're seeing the perspective of a black woman that has been victimized by a society that is against her. So it's just like, if they did that sort of thing with Superman, it's a little touchy. It might be a little cringy for some people, but I think that would be great. I think it's an exciting...
Batwoman take place in the 1950s?
No, it takes place now.
Oh, okay. Just want to make sure.
It's fun though. It's a good show. There's good stuff. Devin, you can talk about this better than we can.
No.
You have opinions on Black Superman. You've always had opinions on Black Superman.
What?
He wants to talk about Black Superman.
What?
He wants to talk about Black Superman.
Devin looks like he just walked in and got shoved in.
Right, and which he did. He just walked in.
I'm saying it's a good thing that we're gonna get like a Black Superman.
Perfect.
I hope it's its own character.
There's nothing
no, not
wrong
Idris.
With it,
Jesus.
But
I thought we were talking about Idris.
Idris was
told
Black
me we were talking about Black Superman. That's the only.
The
He refers to himself
No.
as that.
So J.J. Abrams is producing a Superman movie that will have an African American Superman,
Possibly.
a black
It's
Superman.
not confirmed.
He's not.
It is
He's
confirmed.
Kryptonian. Yeah, not confirmed, but rumor.
We should say.
So what
This
do
is
you
all
think of that?
This is all
We had one viewer and then he left. He jumped in and he's like, "This water's too hot for me," and then
Nope,
left. A
he's
bunch
out.
of pasty white guys talking about black
Is it
Superman.
supposed to be Kal-El or
And
is
a
it
half.
some other?
So that's the thing.
There's no
The
details.
black Superman in the comics is called Kal-El. It's like it's like CEL.
I'll
Okay,
find it
if
properly.
Yeah.
it's the existing comic book
It's
character.
an existing comic book
Okay.
character.
Okay,
It was
okay,
modeled
so-
off Barack Obama.
So here's what we should say. The film has no details. This is all conjecture. All we know
It's
is
all
what they're gonna
conjecture.
do Superman. For.
Yep.
For all we know, it is a white Superman, and
But
it's
I
a
want
reboot
it.
of Clark Kent. For all we know,
Um,
it's an original non-comic based black character Superman, or it could be based on. So the character's name is Calvin Ellis. His Kryptonian name is it is Kal-El.
No, not Cal. Cal or Kel?
Kal-El.
K-A-L?
I misread it. Yes, Kal-El.
Okay, so it is Kal-El crashed in a different family. Okay.
Well, he's also
Yeah.
black,
Okay.
but yes.
Also black.
Yeah.
Yes. What? What about Jor-El?
When I was a kid,
Yeah, this is New 52. This is new-
Jor-El
this
is
new-
modeled after,
let's get down to
Martin
brass
Luther
tacks,
King.
though. Who were you casting for this Black Superman?
Honestly, I think they had the
Michael
right
B.
choice
Jordan?
a couple of years ago. I think you go back and get
Michael B. Jordan? Yeah.
uh,
I saw J.J. Abrams' Bad Robot, John Boyega.
You get Michael B. Jordan.
I don't know if you want to go
Or
to the
Boyega.
franchise that quickly again.
And then for
Boyega would be-
Jor-El,
But this franchise, he's clearly the lead of. That's
yeah,
the difference.
Boyega would be good.
Justice for
Boyega.
Boyega.
and then have
True, true.
Oh, come
I
on
know
now.
you hate that, Alan. I know
We
you
are
hate
not
that. I
bringing
know
that
you
up.
hate that.
We are
I
not
know you
bringing
hate
that up.
that.
All right.
I know you hate. I'm
that
just
shit.
saying,
All right, boys.
it's JJ, because JJ always wanted Finn to be more of a centerpiece if he had done the sequel. That's one of the things that we know, and
Well,
that's why,
that's
like,
JJ's
Warner
fault.
Brothers-
It ain't nobody else's fault.
Yeah.
It is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The opportunity.
We can talk about the Rise of Skywalker for days. I love that movie either way.
I was about to say there was the rumor. I remember reading rumors a few years ago that Michael B. Jordan was in talks with Warner Brothers about
Yeah.
a Black
He was.
Superman
About
movie.
Instagram.
He wanted to
So-
produce that.
So maybe this is the same project, or is this something different? I don't know, but
And so, Warner Brothers, to kind of add some context to that, this is the great thing about doing news stories every week. I can learn these things and remember them. So Michael B. Jordan, to use a term that I don't know you can use, is technically in bed with Warner Brothers because he is
Ooh.
the producer of their Static Shock film, which is in development
Static Shock
with DC. So he's already in the family.
Ooh.
So you could, if you want to, make that extension and be like, well, now we got a writer, we got a JJ, we got a Bad Robot.
That's the
Robot's
first
track
I've heard
record
of
is
that,
pretty
though.
good.
They should
Like, they
get.
need to get that word out. Do we have a
They
release
should
date
get-
on that?
No,
way the fuck
no,
away
early
from that.
stages.
Oh.
Early stages.
They should get Shaka King, the guy who directed Judas and the Black Messiah, to
I would
direct
be-
because
I'd be down
that
with
film is amazingly well
It's
directed.
incredible.
That guy has skills beyond belief. So they should get him. Because I'd like to see a lot
Yeah,
more
I'm
stuff from him.
I'm gonna put forth another option for Black Superman, and I'll pull up a picture in just a second because he is somebody that has worked with Bad Robot before. So the actor's name, I'll pull his image up now.
Martin
The
Lawrence.
actor's no.
Oh yeah,
The actor's
please.
name, he's a younger
Terrence
actor.
Howard.
His name is Devon Adepo.
Devon Adepo?
I shared his Wikipedia. My bad.
Yeah, I was gonna
Well,
say.
he has
he's
an
been
impressive
He
resume.
was in Fences. He was in Overlord. He was the lead of Overlord.
Oh, shit.
Which is where
Oh.
he worked with. Which is where he worked.
Very
with Bad
good in that.
Robot. And then
Yeah.
let me pull up his image. There we go.
That's a movie I
Um,
forget about, but he's so good in that.
Yeah. Yeah,
That's
he's
just,
good.
Like, that's a shot. And he was also in earlier this
He was
year.
real
I
good in
haven't seen
Overlord.
it.
I
but
mean, this
last
isn't a
year-
CW show though. He's got the smolder there.
Right, and then last year he was also in When They See Us, which was incredible, and I haven't seen it, but he was in Watchmen as well for an episode. So he's worked with DC too.
There you go.
I mean, I know he's Black Manta, but
He's not Black Manta. That's a different person.
No.
Yaya?
You brought up Watchmen.
Oh,
So the guy
Yaya
played Black
saying
Manta?
Yaya.
Yaya Mateen?
Yeah.
Nah, I don't think so. Only because he is Black
Nah.
Manta. I
Yeah.
think
But he's
that's
Black
all
Manta,
movie.
and Black Manta's coming back. So
Yeah, Black Manta
Well,
and Dr. Manhattan both characters in the DC universe.
But they're
yeah.
not
Yeah.
crossed over.
No.
Yeah.
Who's
Yeah.
Who's the guy
No, he
that
could be
lives
in the
in
Snyder
Bridgerton?
Blue
Okay.
Dong and all.
Who's the guy that's in Bridgerton? A really, really handsome dude.
I can find it.
yeah,
Mal,
'cause
what were you
he-
gonna say?
He
Yeah,
would be
no,
a
I
good
was
Superman.
about to say, like with Yaya, I don't think they'll get him to be Black Superman, just because he is in Black Manta as well. Just because if it was a character that he only needed to be the voice for, maybe, but this is not going to be the case. But an interesting idea for director because this could be a chance to get Spike Lee to direct a superhero movie.
True.
Shit, I would love that.
Then you get
Love
then you
Spike
get that
Lee.
perspective that I was talking about. Because
Okay,
he's
so-
not going to do anything that doesn't have like a message behind it. That doesn't have actual realism behind it.
Oh,
So here we go.
definitely.
So I'll pull up the other image that Alan was referencing to, and if this isn't the correct person, let me know. But I believe the gentleman's name is pronounced Regine Page.
Yes,
And let me. Here's
I think
his.
that is the name as well. But this dude is way too handsome.
Now I know I have
Talk about
not
a smolder.
seen
Damn.
I have not seen Bridgerton, which I believe is his biggest role to date. I know my
Mhm.
dad has, and apparently you see a lot of him in it. So we know he's got physique. You have to.
Yeah. He's also has a really good. I think he could play because he's got the strong, stern look, but can play kind of dorky if he's doing a secret identity alter ego of Superman. He can play both. Yeah. So I think that would be cool.
And actually, his obviously Bridgerton was popular enough that it does a lot for him. His star-making role is actually on the rise. I didn't put it in the news story.
Guys, they knocked the camera over.
Either for
Looks like your
last week-
buttocks is on there, bruh. So please change that angle.
No, that's Kanan's ass. That was Kanan's ass.
It was either for last week or this week. I can't remember, but he was actually added to the cast of the upcoming Dungeons and Dragons film.
Oh,
alongside
yeah.
Chris Pine and Michelle Rodriguez. So
Yeah.
he potentially has a star-making turn. So that might not be a bad train to hop on. That film,
True.
also Warner Brothers. So it's not a bad. I think there's a lot of good options. With that being said, unless anyone has anything else to add, we can go ahead and move on from this. Because I think it'll be something that we'll talk about a lot in the future when we know more for sure.
More information, yeah.
So I
once
do
we
want
get
to throw in a
confirmed.
casting thing, as
Sure.
we have the casting couch over by Nikki and Devin. The person, like,
Literally.
let's say this is the Black Superman movie, because we don't know if it is. If it is, and if they have Jor-El, I haven't read the comics, so I don't know. I don't care who plays Kal-El. It could be John Boyega, it could be Terrence Howard Mann, it could be anybody. But let's get Denzel in a comic book movie. Let's make him Jor-El.
Denzel as Jor-El.
Get him
Yes.
Jor-El. Or
Boom.
if they want to go with
That'd
Zod
be
again.
Russell Crowe levels of
Good job.
Inspired.
I mean,
True.
Denzel has been in a comic
Denzel.
book movie, really. He was in Two Guns, which is a
Oh,
comic
Oh, you're
That
right.
is a
it
comic book
Yeah,
okay, I
adaptation.
should
comic book
rephrase.
film,
A good
technically.
comic book movie. Let's get him in a good
Hey,
comic book movie.
hey, ain't nothing wrong with Two Guns. I like that movie.
It's fine.
It's not the
like-
greatest, but it's Denzel.
I mean,
Denzel.
Was that Marky Mark or was that
on
Ryan?
that note,
Marky Mark.
Denzel, if you want Denzel's Jor-El, John David Washington is Kal-El.
Oh,
Oh.
that'd be good.
Maybe another.
God damn it, guys.
Are we doing a reunion? Are we bringing Spike as director?